Hello dear students, we are learning about today's class, History for class 7, subject Social Science. It's a chapter number 1, when, where and how. See here, in this chapter, we are going to learning some objectives. See here, first concept is there to be familiar with the changing names of the subcontinent, and second concept is there to learn about the political, social, economic and religious conditions of the period. And last concept is there to understand how historians use different sources for reconstructing the period. So these all contains, we are going to learn about chapter number 1, when, where and how. So let us begin. So first contains medieval period. So first content is there here. So first I talk about in this chapter introduction. So introduction about the chapter number 1, when, where and how. See here, in the medieval period in India, it is 8 to 18th century. Okay, 8 to 18th century CE. It is medieval period in India. So medieval period in India, it is from 8 to 18th century CE. So in the period 8 to between 12th century, 8 to 12th century, in this between, so we have seen it is the transition period. We have seen in this century 8 to 12th century, in this between century CE, we have seen here it is the transition period. We have seen some rulers rise and fall, so many kingdoms. Okay, and see here, in the northern part of India, means North India and Central India, North India and Central India, we have seen here the emerge, means rise and fall some kingdoms. They are Delhi Sultanate, Delhi Sultan and Mughal Empire, Mughal Empire. And at the same time, in the north, in South India, at the same time, at the South India, see here, Cholas and Vijayanagara. Cholas and Vijayanagara kingdom rise and fall in the 8th and 12th century between. So next you see here, so due to the medieval period, so it is major, means major, some castes are grown here. So that caste is here Rajput caste. So okay, see here. And next we have seen, so in the medieval period, due to this period, the Hindu religion started Bhakti movement, At the same time, the Islam. So rise of the Islam here, 8th century to 12th century between, Islam also rise up and also started Sufi movement. Okay, so see here, Hindus started the Bhakti movement. And Islam started the Sufi movement. Okay. And also in the medieval period we have seen some new patterns, means new patterns of towns emerged in ancient India. So it is the history, means it is the introduction of chapter 1. So once again I repeated this one, introduction. So introduction is there here in medieval in India, in medieval ancient India. Okay, see here 8th to 18th century CE, and in the period between 8th to 12th century CE we have seen transition period. And so in medieval period we have seen here so many kingdoms or rulers rise and fall. See here, North India and Central India. So here some kingdoms are the Delhi Sultan and Mughal Empire. They are emerged and fall. And also at the same time in South India, Cholas and Vijayanagara kingdom rise and fall in medieval period. See here, Hindus here started the Bhakti movement and Islam religion started the Sufi movement. And also here in medieval period we have seen here some new towns emerged here in ancient India. Okay, it is the introduction part. So next let us start nomenclature. See here, nomenclature. Okay, so now let us start. Nomenclature means in ancient India, India is one of the oldest traditional culture in the world. Okay, so we have seen in previous, so many names have the India, so that I am explain one by one. See, name of India. So first name is there here, Jambu Dvipa. And second, Bharata Varsha. And next, Hepta Hindu. And next one, Sapta Sindhu. And next, last one is here, Hindustan. Okay, these all names one by one I am explaining here. See here. So first name of India, that is Jambudvipa. So Jambudvipa, it literally means the land of rose apple trees. See here, it is a land of rose apple tree. Okay, so ancient time called to India Jambudvipa. And next one, Bharatavarsha. Ashokan inscriptions. Ashokan inscriptions refers to, it is known as India, known as Bharatavarsha, means Bharatavarsha. Okay, in Ashokan inscriptions, it refers to that India is known as Bharatavarsha, means Bharatavarsha. And next you see here, Hepta Hindu. So Hepta Hindu in Avesta period, in Avesta period, India is known as, means India is referred to as Hepta Hindu. And next you see here, fourth name is the Sapta Sindhu. In the Rig Veda period, in Rig Veda period, means in Rig Veda refers to India, Sapta Sindhu. Because see here, Sapta means what? 7. And Sindhu means it is the river. It is the 7th river. So in Rig Veda period called to India, Sapta Sindhu. And next you see here, Hindustan. How it is name came that? See. So Persian king Shapur first. Persian king Shapur first. So when he was invaded to India, he traveled to India and he refers to the name to India, Hindustan. He was the Persian ruler. Shapur first, he was the Persian ruler, and when he was invaded to India, when he was traveled to India, and he called to India Hindustan. So these all are ancient names of India. So once again, repeated this one, some nomenclature. Nomenclature means what? It is India is the one of the oldest. It is a traditional culture in the world. In ancient times, India is got so many names. That names are there here: Jambudvipa, Bharatavarsha, Hepta Hindu, Sapta Sindhu, and Hindustan. So these are the ancient names of India. Okay, see here. So next, let us now I talk about Al-Biruni. Okay, see. In 1017, Al-Biruni, okay, he was Persian ruler. He was invited to India. He was traveled to India. When he was traveled to India, he was wrote one book. So that the name of book, Tariq al-Hind. Tariq al-Hind. So Al-Biruni was wrote the book, that is Tariq al-Hind. So in that book he was mentioned the history of India. He was mentioned what? The history of India. Okay, it is Al-Biruni. And in the medieval period, see here, in the medieval period, some rulers are ruled here. See here, Turks, Afghans, Persians, okay, and that like Arabs also. Arabs. So Turks, Afghans, Persians and Arabs, these all rulers ruled in medieval period. Okay. So today's class here completed. But what you have learnt in today's class? So today's class you have learnt history part, chapter number 1, when, where and how. In this chapter you have learnt about medieval period. In medieval period 8th to 18th century, and we have seen here the transition period is between that 8th to 12th century. We have seen here. And so many rulers or so many kingdoms rise and fall in this period, medieval period. And also we have seen, also we have learnt in today's class, ancient name of India. So that names are, you know that, Jambudvipa, Bharatavarsha, Heptahindu, Sapta Sindhu and Hindustan. How their name came to India, you know that. And last one, also you have learnt about Al-Biruni. So he was Persian traveller, and when he was invited to India, he wrote one book. That name of the book, Tariq al-Hind. In that book he was mentioned the history of India. In medieval period, so many rulers are ruled: Turks, Afghans, Persians and Arabs. In today's class, you have learnt these topics. And next class, I am continuing in next period. Thank you.